Yo, what we saying, what we spraying, back again with another About the Fan. You get it? And y'all have seen the thumbnail? You know it's a real one, you get me? We've come true with one of the coldest gooners that ever did goon on this whole gooner space, you get me? But before we get into any of that, make sure you're liking, you get me? We got to get them kunais being dashed at the like button, innit? Because we got targets to hit. And for us to get in as many Shinobi into the thing, we need you to be hitting that like button. We need more Shinobi to be subscribing. Whoa, English nearly didn't English there. To be subscribing to the village, innit? Because we got hella missions. And the only way we can be successful with those missions is if we have more Shinobi in the village. NorthsideLDN, his channel is in the title. There is no excuse. There is no excuse to not be subscribing to his thing. If you subscribe to me, you subscribe to bro. You get it. It's that simple. And if you can, drop a comment on the video just so the algorithms can be doing the algorithm. You know them way there. You know, it can be great vid. Can be dead vid. It could just be the number one. Whatever it is, get a comment. You get it. And I know it's pinned to the chat. But those that don't know, that haven't been here before, I can't interact with the chat due to the structure of the show. This will be getting dropped as a podcast on Spotify. So any questions that you do have for Northside, make sure you just send them in as a super chat. And at the end, he will answer all of the questions. You get it? So look, yeah, today is a big one. You get me? Yeah. He is an amazing streamer. Yeah, he's easily one of the funniest streamers that I've ever seen. He's easily the hardest working. Well, it's very close between him and one other, but very hard working, consistent solo shows, watch-alongs, all type of that stuff in it. And he personally helped me and gave me advice and took time away from his busy schedule to sit down with me and kind of teach me how to do things in this YouTube space, innit? So just make sure you man are showing him all the love that he deserves, man like Northside. What are you saying?
Yeah. Yo, that was very nice, man. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you for the kind words. Normally it's just bare beast. That's what I'm used to on this app. So yeah, I'm saying, come on, man, win the title ninjutsu and that. Yeah, me. So come on,
man. Show them thing there, man. But you know what? Obviously, because this will be getting dropped as a podcast on Spotify, we all know that people don't always listen to the end. So, I mean, let's get it out right from the start. Where can people find you?
NorthsideLDN on YouTube. That's where you can find me, man. That's the only social I really use. IG is more to connect with the community. So if man them DM me about, yo, Northside, mention this, mention that, feel free. I'll try to reply to as many people as I can. And yeah, man, but big up, love for having me on. Make sure you're subscribing as well. Don't be a marica da merda. Make sure you're subscribing as well, man, to a man like Hooks. You know what I mean? But big up, bro.
This is what I mean, man. Not only are you a cold streamer, you're a bilingual streamer. It's something that you don't really see from many people, innit? And I know you got kind of like a story behind why you opted to go down that route of, you know, showing off one of your many talents. Like, can you share with us why is it that you decided to incorporate, I guess, Portuguese, right? Hold on, I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Portuguese, right?
Yeah. Sometimes mix a little bit of the Spanish. You know, my girl's Latin, isn't it? So, you know, it's very similar language. But yeah, man, I just felt like there was no one representing us in it as a big part of the UK community. Like, the UK is so diverse, and I love that. But on this YouTube thing, like, there's a lot of Portuguese content creators talking about the Portuguese teams, but not enough. I haven't seen any, to be fair. And I'd love to know if anyone can show me any, because I'd love to, like, you know, collab with man like that. But there was no Portuguese man that were talking about Arsenal. And I know bare of them that go to games. And I know bare of them that love this club and that love the Premier League. And I felt like it was a community that wasn't being represented. And I feel like we got a strong opinion. Like, You know what I mean? The whole country is full of Northside. So listen to people that don't like it. Don't talk about football in Portugal, cause we don't do top 4 races. We don't do put the pressure on. We do you win or you lose, innit? So I felt like that was a community that needed a voice, and I felt like I don't know. I just had the attitude of like I didn't mind, doing that, and hopefully more Portuguese speakers in the UK will feel more comfortable, or wherever you're from, really, because I see so many men jumping on that from all sorts, you know what I mean, and trying to incorporate more of their lingo and more of the way that they see football and their culture, because I feel like football is a culture, but every country has their way of expressing themselves or seeing football or whatever it is, whatever else that it is in it. And I felt like, the Caribbeans had troops, you know what I'm saying? I felt like, Africans had man like Kelechi and stuff like that. But there wasn't really people from where I'm from, Angola, Cape Verde, Portugal, all the Portuguese-speaking countries, Mozambique, Guinea-Bissau, San Tome, all of them, because I don't feel like, they really get the recognition about how much we love football and how much we are in the communities where there's a lot of diversity, like in Vauxhall. You got one strip, it's like you're in Portugal, Brixton, Streatham, all these places, you know what I'm saying? Harlesden, Willesden Junction, like we are about, you know what I mean? And I just felt like, that was something that was missing from the community. That's what I thought.
100%. And you know what? One thing I will say and give you a lot of credit for, and it is something that I try to, I guess, embed into my channel, is a real like sense of community in it. Like you're one of the few streamers that I see on a regular basis. You'll just put the stream link into the chat and just say, yo, anyone that wants to come have their say, anyone that wants to get involved, feel free to jump on, and you actually give time to anybody in your community that really wants to get their voice out there and, maybe doesn't have, I guess maybe you could say, the confidence or I guess kind of the business sense to start up their own channel, but want to talk about football. They're given loads of opportunities to come and do it on your channel. So I definitely think that that's something that you have to be bigged up for. And I guess that sense of community does kind of come from, I guess, how you've grown up and where you come from, and the fact that you are Latin, and Latin they're very big on community in it. So you can definitely see a strong sense of community running through all the work that you do. So I just wanted to give you your flowers for that, because I think it's very important to bring
thank you.
people through. You get it? So look, I like to do a show starter question, innit? Yeah. And I've crafted, a nice little question for you, innit? So, spoiler alert, yeah? You think Arteta's a bum, yeah? And needs to leave, yeah? Needs to leave the club, innit? Yeah? If I told you tomorrow, yeah, Arteta leaves and Wenger can come back to the club with 200 million to spend to win us a Premier League, would you take it, and why?
Would I take... No, I wouldn't take Wenger back, because I feel like football's moved past Wenger. I think Wenger did a lot of great things, but at the same time, Wenger didn't really he didn't kick on once he got exposed. Like I remember we got slapped up by Man United and Bayern Munich. Do I think Wenger at his worst is better than Arteta? Yes. I think if you look at the one thing that would improve is the consistent style of play. Our player profile as well. When you look at Nasri, when you look at Fabregas, Adebayor, Van Persie, Haleb, you look at Podolski, all these players, they're better, and they were bought for less money than certain players that we have right now. When you look at Fabregas and Alex Song and Nasri, they're better than the midfielders that we've got right now. They're levels above them. Do you know what I'm saying? When you're looking at the strikers, and this is on Wenger on a budget. When you look at Adebayor, Van Persie, and strikers like that, even Eduardo before he broke his legs, they're better strikers than the strikers that we got right now. When you look at the fullbacks that we had, like Ashley Cole, Kieran Gibbs, arguably was better. Do you know what I'm saying? When he had the balls to go to Tottenham and get Sol Campbell from them, as it currently stands, he's still a better centre back than the centre backs that we got right now. I do like Saliba, but he's not on that level. That level is a different level. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is Wenger on a budget. This is Wenger having to work with what he's got, paying off a stadium. So I definitely feel there would be improvements. But overall, obviously I wouldn't bring Wenger back, but there would definitely be improvements. And that's why I criticize Arteta a lot, because even Wenger at his worst was able to win FA Cups. Do you know what I'm saying? On a budget. This guy can't even win us FA Cups. Since he's formed this team, he can't even win us FA Cups. You know what I'm saying? And we got bored of FA Cups. And I think this fan base forget a lot about why we were fed up with Wenger. And we were fed up with Wenger because we was getting top 4 in the FA Cup, and that wasn't good enough. So when people tell me it's good enough to finish second, give it another go, it's like, do you forget why you had enough of Wenger? Like, let's keep the same energy, really and truly, because if that was the basis, you might as well have kept Wenger, because he would have got you top 4. With this amount of money, he would have got us a lot better profile to the players that I said, instead of going out and spending money on Lokonga, spending money on Trusty and on Marquinhos and all these kind of guys there. So really and truly, we have to keep the same energy and remember why we grew tired as a fan base. And we grew tired because we wanted to be champions. We wanted to win stuff. We can't now just change it because some people like this manager. Like, ultimately, Arsenal comes first and the club comes first. And the betterment of the club is to go out there and get a winner, you know? Yeah. And that's why I look at it and I just feel like people sometimes backtrack on their energy from Wenger out to now, oh, let's trust this process. And it's like, nah, bro, the same standards, you know, you don't move the standard because of the manager. You know, when Barcelona won the league with Xavi, when he wasn't able to do it anymore, they don't drop their standards because Xavi's there or they're £1 billion in debt. They go and get Hansi Flick and look at them now. You know what I mean? It's not about the personnel doing the job. It's about Arsenal Football Club being successful. And that's what it should be about. It shouldn't be about your favorites, you know?
Yeah. No, facts, 100%. I mean, so just speaking on Wenger, so cool. He's been out of touch of being a manager for quite some years now, but he has still been heavily involved in football and the development of football. And he's even done it like at the level of FIFA. Like, he's been at the top. So even though he hasn't been a manager, I still think he does have a lot of oversight at that granular level as well. Do you think Wenger could transform the current squad that we have into a title winning team? Like, maybe not in the first season, but do you think it's something that he would be capable of doing?
Bro, I'll be real, yeah. Like, it's just like, obviously you're asking me the question, so I've got to answer the question. You already know I don't want Wenger back. There's other managers. I want Inzaghi from Inter. I wouldn't have mind giving Ruben Amorim a chance because I've seen a lot from him in Sporting. I thought he deserved the chance, and then obviously now he's at Man United. You know, Ancelotti, he looks like his job at Real Madrid might be, on the line. A lot of Madristas aren't happy. I would have taken him. I remember saying I'll take him when he went to Everton. Obviously, this club didn't do what I wanted it to do. But ultimately, Wenger did turn into a yes man for the Cronkies. So really and truly, it's much of a muchness if it was to bring Wenger back. Like, ultimately, when we want a striker, Wenger would say there's no quality in the market. You know, Wenger was the guy saying that we got Peter Cech, there's no quality in the market, telling us we can't identify a striker, telling us we can't get a DM. You know what I mean? Always protecting the ownership, telling us what is a sporting director and stuff like that. So Wenger was part of the problem. That's why I wouldn't bring him back. I do think, though, even at his worst, he's a better manager than Arteta. But is he good enough to get us over the line? Nah, bro. Like, it's just I don't really believe in going back. I think he had many flaws, Wenger, not moving with the times and protecting the nonsense that was going on at this club and bringing through, certain players that weren't good enough and not going in the market. Like, how many seasons did we see we were linked with Benzema, didn't get it done? You know what I'm saying? Linked with Draxler, didn't get it done. Not all these signings I wanted, but it's the same problem we currently have now. When we identify certain targets, we don't do everything required to go get that target over the line. You know, and we've seen that with Arteta, missing out on Isak, missing out on Buendia, missing out on players like that, missing out on Bruno Guimaraes, missing out on Gyökeres that's got a release clause, not going and getting Baena that could have been in rotation with Odegaard. We don't do everything required. We're always short, and we did that under Wenger. So it's much of a muchness to me, bro. I wouldn't want any of them as manager.
Okay. I hear it loud and clear, bro. Loud and clear. So look, tell me about your journey as an Arsenal fan. How did it start? Why did you choose Arsenal? And well, probably the easiest question for you. Has there ever been, because there's probably been a few moments, but has there ever been like at least, I guess, a specific moment that always sticks in your mind where you potentially questioned the decision that you made to become an Arsenal fan?
Yeah, it was between Arsenal and Man United. I can't lie. Like, it was between them two because my family were, everyone was a Benfica fan, but in England it was divided: Man United and Arsenal. And I used to love watching. Like me and my cousins used to love watching like Jogo Bonito and watching like the Brazilians, like the tech and the flair and the tiki taka football and just the way that they played. And I think that's what swayed me more to be an Arsenal fan because obviously Arsenal were winning, but also the way that they played football was the way that I would want to replicate playing football. So like when I was in school at Go Power League or when I played for Headstone Manor and went to trials for Fulham and stuff like that, I wanted to play in that style, innit? So I saw the way that I would express myself playing football, the way that Arsenal played back in the day. So I think that's why it edged me more to be an Arsenal fan. My first merch was actually like the black Real Madrid shirt. So I had a Real Madrid shirt before I even had an Arsenal shirt. Like I had a Man United money box before I had anything Arsenal. And I was looking at that money box. It was the Coca-Cola one. You know, the one where you put the pennies in? Yeah. And it was bought for me. Obviously, I'm a kid, innit? So you just take what you're given, innit? You know what I'm saying? Especially in a foreign household, like you take what you're given, innit? It wasn't me that said, get me a Real Madrid shirt or get me a Man United money box. But yeah, I just looked at it and I was just like, nah. I just loved the way Arsenal were. And when Arsenal won the league in 98, like I was bare young, innit? But every time I was watching Match of the Day, I could only watch the full games at my granddad's house where all my family, like 90% of it is like men on my mum's side, so many like guys, cousins, uncles. So it's like then I'd watch the full matches. Otherwise, I'd be watching Match of the Day at home. And I just loved watching Arsenal. Like I just fell in love with the way that they played football. That's why for a long time I liked Barcelona as well, just the style of play. And I just liked even like from days when you'd play like FIFA Street and you could express yourself, like, and so many ballers, like you had like Figo, you had so many players here that just were ballers. Like Ronaldinho was like my favorite player of all time, innit? He's my favorite. Like I just love watching that guy, innit? So it's like, and my cousins were the same and my uncles were the same. And that's why I picked Arsenal. And yeah, man, I just like, up until I was 13, I loved being an Arsenal fan. Like I loved it, man. Like people, if they saw me now to where I was then, they'd think I was top gooner. Like I was the Northside version of Ty, but I actually had reason to be like that because we were winning. You know what I'm saying? Like we were winning, so I could be like that, and it wasn't delusional because we won in '98, we won in 2002, we went invincible 2004. Do you know what I'm saying? So I had reason to that because I could defend my club and I could be proud of my club because even though we wouldn't win it every year, it's like, right, next year we're going serious and we would get over the line, you know? When it started turning was probably what? Was in the Champions League final, 06?
Yeah, 06, yeah.
So I probably started turning like 08, start 09, I started turning. My uncle was always like onto us, like, yo, this ain't good enough. This ain't good enough. And my cousin would argue, like my cousin would get angry. You say anything bad about Arsenal, we'd flip up. My older cousin, bro. My cousin Carlos, bro, he trust me, bro. He would not take any bad talk about Arsenal, bro. But it got to a time where even he had to admit, yeah, this ain't working, bro. Like when we started selling our best players, like Ashley Cole went, I still thought, okay, cool. Ashley Cole went, okay, cool. We'll still kick on. Because that was at the start of us letting our best players go to our rivals. Then when I started seeing like man like Nasri go, like Clichy go, and Fabregas go, I started getting hot now. You know what I'm saying? I started getting hot now. I remember when my uncle was bannering my cousins, like, yo, you see Fabregas? Tá complicado. And then my cousin was like, shut up, man, shut up. He's like, yeah, he goes, he's gone. He goes, your Arsene Wenger's finished. And I remember like when Mourinho came in, I feel like for the like Portuguese community, when Mourinho came in, anyone that's like Portuguese that weren't born in the UK, they all turned into Chelsea fans. And the amount of crap I got from my family that turned into Chelsea fans, bro, I swear that is like Mourinho. O grande Mourinho agora tá aqui. Big Mourinho's arrived, yeah? And every single time Drogba would play us, we got slap. Bro, the pain was unbearable, bro. Like, it was unbearable. Selling our best players to City, Chelsea coming in, dominating, doing their thing, Drogba slapping us up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Fernando Torres doing his thing. Bro, it was a lot, bro. Like, every family function, yeah, this is what turned me out. Every family function, I was getting cooked. Every family function, I was getting cooked. I support Arsenal, bro. Me, bro, I'm telling you, yeah. everyone, the section of my family that were Arsenal fans, bro, they weren't even respecting us. I'll go on like a family holiday. Yeah, we'll go on family holiday to see like my dad's side of the family in Portugal getting cooked the whole summer. Cooked the whole summer, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? For Arsenal bottling the league, Arsenal selling their best players, Arsenal not getting the players over the line. Bro, it was unbearable. And my side of the family that were Man United, bro, it was unbearable, bro. Like they were just cooking me every single time. MSN Messenger, everything, bro. Family function. I'd come and see my granddad. Like, even if my granddad was in hospital, I'd come see my granddad. Yeah, I'd come with like some chocolates and that, getting grilled. The whole conversation just turned into grilling Arsenal, bro. Like, I got grilled so bad, yeah. It's mad that people don't like my match. Some people get triggered by my match reaction because it's like I had to endure that, yeah, for 20 years, bro. I had to endure that every time, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And it was unbearable, bro. When Van Persie went to Man United, oh my days, bro. Oh my days, bro. I'm telling you, yeah, the shit talking in my family was unbearable, Hooks, bro. Like, real talk, yeah, certain times, even my cousin wanted to offer out my uncle, but you knew my uncle would knock him out. But it would have been a good fight, I can't lie, because my cousin does Muay Thai kickboxing, so it would have been a good fight, yeah, but it's family, innit? But it got to that level of heat that if we wasn't family, it may have got physical because it was that angry, bro. My cousin had to cut, bro. He had to go back to Holsden, bro. He's like, nah, I'm not staying in Wembley, bro. Like, you lot are violating the thing, bro. Like, all the time, bro. And like, my uncle would tell us, like, yo, sit down, and all my uncles and cousins just violate us, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And every year, this club letting us down. Every year, this club letting us down. When we didn't win the league against Leicester, oh my days, bro. I'm telling you, bro, it was so disrespectful being an Arsenal fan, yeah. That, bro, my family would come, yeah. Benfica were just winning titles. My family would come from Portugal. They'd be like, Che, você é da Arsenal. You support Arsenal. Tua equipa uma merda. Your team's a load of SHIT. Bro, everyone started clowning, bro. Everyone started cooking, bro. I'm telling you, it was long. And then Mourinho picking up trophies, Bro, it was unbearable, bro. It was unbearable. And then it was like, man, we're getting violated, yeah. Like, what, 13? What year? 13, probably what, year 7 or something. Bro, most of my high school, most of the secondary school, bro, man was just getting violated, bro. Like, we were just getting violated. Real talk, bro. Being an Arsenal fan back in the day, it was hard work, bro. You were getting, and it's hard to, you couldn't even defend it, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, for all the little moments you wanted victories, like Wilshere absolutely cooking Barcelona, yeah, we didn't win it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, what are we doing? Do you know what I'm saying? And then I remember when we did the English call, yeah, my uncle was like, look at you lot, look at you lot. Look at you, you lot are some bums, bro. He goes, you lot are the Sporting Lisbon of England, bro. That's what you man are, Sporting Lisbon, because Sporting Lisbon already on a run of not winning the title for time. They're like, nah, you guys are bums, innit? And that's when I just had enough, bro. Like, I just had it. I started disconnecting with this club, bro. I started focusing on my career. And just started like just watching highlights. I wasn't even watching games too tough anymore, bro. I just grew out of love with it because I just felt like how long is this gonna last? Like when are things gonna change, innit? And yeah, Van Persie one, like I already hit the final straw years before that, but that one there was like that one. Bro, I wanted to. I can't lie, bro. I wanted to punch Wenger in his face. Bro. I can't lie to you. I was so angry, bro. Like, and then that 50 million, what was it? 50 mil plus £1 for
yeah, for Suarez, the 40 million plus £1.
Suarez.
Yeah,
bro. It's been difficult, bro. Man, think it's I'm telling these man think you're as old as me, so you know what I'm talking about. They think it's easy, yeah, and it's you just want to be negative. It's like, nah, like respectfully, if you ain't been through the crap we've been through, yeah, like we've been getting cooked on BB Pin, WhatsApp, MSN Messenger, everything, bro. MySpace, Facebook, everything, bro, through all the eras, bro. Do you know how many eras? Yeah, I'm saying, like we were getting cooked, yeah. You know what I mean? Camera phones were only out for what, 2-3 years, and we're getting cooked.
Yeah, Sony Ericsson Walkman phone, the orange one. Like that's how far we go back, man. Like getting cooked by post. People sending letters to the yard. I'm reading letters like, raw, I slew my team. I thought you just want to say, well, go on. Like it is crazy. Like, and you know what? Yeah, this is why. And you know what? It'll be good to get your opinion on this. This is why I think that there's like the biggest divide in the Arsenal fan base, because there's a mad generation gap, and there's one generation that's like, I would say it probably ends with our age group around like maybe 2 to 3 years, give or take, and obviously before us, and then after us that's the generation gap in it, and where we've seen glory, be it as it may. We was young, but we still saw glory at an age where we could comprehend what winning trophies means to a club in it. So we was of an age where we're fully comprehending it. We're not just watching it because it's something cool on the screen in it. And we've had to see us go from that, and then we actually was the generation that went through all the punch up. So we was the ones that was really on the front line. I mean outside. Like, I don't even mean like, yeah, behind screens on YouTube, people slewing you in the. I mean like outside. Like, we was getting told that, man, I go in school, secondary school, college. I was going university. I'm still getting cooked. Like, I'm starting new jobs. Man, I'm like, oh, what team you support? Oh, yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan. I swear you're an Arsenal fan. You're cooked. I'm already like day one starting my new jobs. I'm hating everybody already because I'm just getting fried. I don't even know why I'm getting fried. And then there's the generation gap after us that they was too young to really be cooked outside where it matters, in it. And then yeah, they've seen bad times, but their bad times that they've seen, it's all been online. Yeah. So all they could just press X. Do you know what I mean? They could just press the X button and then it's cool. Or they could just open the message and it's cool. And then now, and don't get me wrong, because I know what there are a lot of people in like below our age group that don't like what's going on with the club right now. But there's a lot of people that what they're seeing right now from Arsenal, especially last season, is the best they've ever seen Arsenal. Like, ever. Yeah. So like, how detrimental to the club do you think it is that there is such a, I would say, a massive divide in the fan base, and I guess you could say a lack of understanding of what the club actually is?
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I feel like, and I don't want to generalize the whole generation, because I don't feel like that's fair. But there's a massive section of this generation, yeah, that don't understand. There's a lot of knowledge from experience. You know, like a lot of things, like even just to take it away from football, yeah, a lot of things I avoided in my life because I took on good advice from older people. Like, I never sold spice because an older person told me, you know what I'm saying, this ain't gonna land you in nothing good. Now, all the bad obstacles at me being 32 years old that I avoided was from listening to older people. And sometimes I didn't want to hear it. Do you know what I'm saying? Not handling certain disagreements with violence, not trying to build a career, you know what I'm saying? Getting qualifications, investing either in property or into a business, identifying the right partner to let your guard down. Not having a child early that could become, it just makes your life a lot harder until you got everything settled down. All these things I avoided by listening to people that are older. And what I don't like here is this generation, they talk to people that I've seen it as if we don't know what we're talking about. And I just feel like those are the people, yeah, those are the people that when I was growing up, those are my friends that, you know, either in prison or don't have the right situation or have a baby mums that are difficult because man made a kid with her way too young and didn't really understand the severity or the responsibility of having a child, you know, not having your life intact and stuff like that. And it's the same with football. You know what I'm saying? Like, at first I didn't really want to listen to my uncle and my granddad, but then I started seeing that, yo, everything they're saying about Arsenal is true. We're bottling the league. We're letting our best players go. We're not going out there and asserting ourselves in the transfer window. We're using paying the stadium off as an excuse. We're not pushing forward. Wenger saying top four is a trophy isn't good enough. Arsenal, you know what I mean? Because slowly, it was 2 years without a title, 5 years without a title, 10 years without a title, 15 years without a title. Now we're 20 years without a title and nothing's changed. And I feel like when we're talking about it's not good enough, it's because we've seen a youth project with the English corps. When we're saying we don't do enough in the transfer window, it's because when we had players like Adebayor, we needed a centre-back that was quality. We needed a DM that was quality. When we had Fabregas, he was carrying a team. We needed a proper striker. We needed a winger. We needed a whole team around him. When we had Ozil and Alexis Sanchez, we didn't build upon that. We just relied on them two and just let the team be as it was. The same thing we did with Adebayor, Aubameyang. You know what I'm saying? Like for years, like I remember Aubameyang was the only guy scoring us goals. Like the rest of the team looked like a shambles because we didn't build a team around it. Like we always have half the pieces. You know what I'm saying? We're always 50% Arsenal. We don't ever go out there and say, right, we need 3-4 big players in key areas of the team. We're going to spend that now. And we're going to say, right, the team is available. Now it's completely down to the manager. We're always talking about the squad. We're always talking about if the manager can do this. Can we play this player out of possession? Can this player rotate and play multiple positions and stuff like that? And that's because of our lack of ambition in the transfer window. You know, and we're always talking about believe. We was talking about believe for the last 10 years of Wenger. He didn't win us a major honor. In the end, he had to go. Now we're talking about believe with Arteta that hasn't got a CV of winning anything. And we're saying believe. Spend more money. Believe. Arsenal hasn't changed much. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that the younger generation need to understand. And if they don't agree, go back and do your history. Go look at the English core of Gibbs and Wilshere and Aaron Ramsey and things and players like that. Go look at what we did in the transfer window when we had players like Nasri or we had Fabregas and stuff like that. Why did Fabregas leave? Go back and do your research. Why did Fabregas leave? We was playing Fabregas with a broken leg. My guy was carrying the team. Do you know what I'm saying? Barcelona when he was out with Spain, Barcelona trying to put the shirt over him. Yeah. He was trying to be respectful. But he was even quoted saying, I'm on the coach. I'm looking around and thinking, who are we bringing in? Why are we just relying on me? Like, what are we bringing in to actually win? Van Persie asking the club questions. What are we doing to be ambitious? What are we actually doing? Adebayor, you know, came out and said he was frozen out. Wenger said, you're leaving, and that's it. Why? Why did Arsene Wenger say that one of our best players at that time is leaving? Why? Because we need to make money. But we're doing the same thing now. Now we've moved to the Emirates. Now we need to make money again. We're talking about expansion of seats and stuff like that. Hold on. Why don't you lot fulfill your first promise? You said we're moving to the Emirates to compete with Europe's elite. You can't even compete in the Premier League to get over the line. And you're talking about Europe's elite. We under flipping Mikel Arteta, we've been disgraced in the Europa League. People talk about Baku under Unai Emery. This guy couldn't even get us to a final, bro. And this is Europa League. Most Arsenal fans will say, we're a club we don't care about Europa League. Okay, then win it then. Win it and show me why we're bigger than the Europa League then. Because I saw Chelsea win it 2 times. I saw Man United win it. Do you know what I'm saying? And these are when those teams weren't even techie like that. They weren't even doing big things in the league. Their teams were on the decline. And I saw them, you know, win the Europa League to say, yeah, we're bigger than this. We're bigger than this competition. What have we done? Get eliminated by Sporting or Olympiacos or losing to teams like that, Villarreal. Come on, man. Like, this ain't good enough, bro. And it's all good, the youngsters having all this chat, yeah, but ultimately your club has to deliver. And the club doesn't deliver. All the Arsenal fans love running up their mouth. End of the season, what have we got? Like, you can't keep gassing it. At the end of the season, we got nothing to show for it. If we win, fair enough, gas it, because we won. What are we winning, bro? Nah, bro, it's actually embarrassing, bro. Like, these man, yeah, if they don't agree, do your research. Do your research, bro. Do your research from when Wenger came in, which is the first manager I saw for Arsenal. Do your research why we're unhappy and what made us not push on after 2004 to win more titles. And then they'll understand where we're coming from, but they don't. Do you know what they do? It's not popular to say what Northside says. It's not popular to say what Lee says. I see the abuse they get. Let's just call them negative. Let's not even look into why they're saying what they're saying. Let's just call them negative. And then when they're proven right, they wanted to see Arsenal lose. They wanted to see Arsenal. They would just want it to be proven right. No, it's not. Reality doesn't change because you don't like it. The facts are the facts. And everything that you say is not good right now wasn't good under the last 10 years of Wenger. And that is why I'm not happy. That is why I'm not happy, bro.
Even if you was to just look back at, like, the signings that we made after going invincible in the league, like, yeah, you'll look at the names and because obviously in hindsight, you're like, oh, they became pretty big players. But at the time, they were nobodies. They were pretty much just youngers, and we even from then we didn't do what we needed. It's very similar to Liverpool. Like when they go on to win the league, they don't go and upgrade the team the way that they need to. And like you can even go all the way back to 04, 05, the season would have been that summer window, and seen the lack of ambition to push on and go for another league or go for a Champions League or whatever. And that's kind of the scary thing, because we went invincible. Like, if you're not gonna make any kind of big upgrades or changes after going invincible, why would anyone believe that you're gonna do it off the back of not achieving anything? So it is great. And I mean, people that know me know that, you know, Henry's my hero. Like, man had to watch Henry leave because he wanted, we all know why he left. He wanted Champions League, and he could only see himself winning the Champions League with Barcelona. He couldn't see himself winning it with Arsenal. And like, if at the time Arsenal were showing ambition, you know, it's an uncomfortable conversation to have. Henry doesn't leave. Henry stays, because why would he leave? Because he even to this day he speaks of his love for Arsenal, and it's not like on a fake thing, if you know what I mean. Like, there'll be times where he just bigs up Arsenal out of nowhere on a show. Like, you can actually go and watch, like, when they unveiled the statue for him at the stadium in the video, and you can see, like, bro, he's close to tears. Like, when he left Arsenal, there was the I remember watching it live, the interview that he did, basically saying, yeah, like, I'm leaving Arsenal. And like, you can visually see that the brother's on like the verge of, like, you can see he's trying to hold back the tears. So if you have a player like that, that's like, you can say is Arsenal to the core, leaving for pastures new, because, you know what I mean, you gotta look at why. So why is that? But I do feel like a lot that happens on the field does mask people from actually going to see that. And I mean, as of recent, we haven't been doing that Jogo Benito that you know, that made you fall in love with the. Hey, I mean, again, not in the Forest, we got a bit close, but like, do you know what I mean? We've been way away from that for a while. So yeah, it is pretty damning. It is pretty damning, but don't worry, I'm not going to say the word that you don't like, and it begins with a B, but I'm not going to say it. I don't worry. I won't say it. So look, so when you think of Arsenal, yeah, what would you say is the moment that resonates with you most? Like, what's the moment, if you was to really sit and think about Arsenal, that kind of sticks with you the most? And can you kind of paint the picture of that moment?
Winning the league at Tottenham. Winning the league at Tottenham, man. That was oh man, that was so good. Man. I can't lie. That's so good, man. I swear down, man. Bro, like winning the league at Tottenham. I think I was in Portugal at the time to see my dad. And yeah, bro, like I was just so happy, bro. Like that day, bro, yeah, man, that was emotional. Like, you know what I mean? I was teary-eyed, like seeing the club and in the locker room when, you know, Sky Sports camera came in and you saw the players, and you just felt like so proud to be an Arsenal fan, you know what I mean? And just moments like that is like, I just loved it, man. Like, what, you know what I mean? And doing the Invincible as well. And bro, just so many moments that I was just like, bro, I'll never forget. Do you know what I mean? And I feel sorry for the younger fans, because they haven't experienced that. And that is that you fall in love every single time your club wins major honors. You fall in love with your club again. You know, you fall in love, and it's just moments that you just remember, and you're just like the whole season was worth it. You know, and you just, I don't know, it's just a sense of pride that you have that is just special. And it's sad because it's been so long ago that I've even forgotten how it felt. You know what I mean? I forgot how it felt, those moments, you know, when I'm celebrating with my mom and celebrating with my granddad and, you know, celebrating with my cousins. And yeah, man, it's like, those are the moments where when people say football, some people say, oh, football, you know, is escapism. it's hard for your football club to be escapism when you're getting slapped up in the Champions League, or you're getting slapped up by your rivals, or your best players are leaving, and you know you're bottling the league, and you're not doing enough, and you're seeing Leicester win the league more recently than your football club. And it's hard to say that football is escapism. If anything, it makes you more miserable, bro. It makes you more miserable. And I don't think it's just an Arsenal thing. I think it's for any fans. Like when you see them, for Man United fans, look at 12 years, 13 years of not winning a Premier League title. Look at a lot of their fans. They look that have seen so much success. It makes you miserable, bro. Because it's like, do you know what? Like, I'm not asking for my club, to win every single year. I know that's not realistic to win every single year.
Yeah.
But bro, don't tell me 20 years I have to keep being patient. Like, this is completely ridiculous. Like, it is ridiculous, bro. Like, I support Arsenal, bro. I don't support QPR, bro. With all due respect. No, but it's true though, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, like when you're going through like hard, I've seen there's so many times I've needed Arsenal to perform. Like when my granddad died, you know, last year my friend died of cancer. The year before that, my other friend died. You know, committed. I'm not going to say the word, you'll get demonetized, but he took his, you know, jumped in front of a train. You know what I'm saying? People don't realize, like, sometimes when I'm angry, it's like, bro, I'm looking for this club to give me the escapism, but they're making me more upset, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I could do with Arsenal winning the league the last couple of years. I could do with that, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Times where things happened with my sister, where she didn't want to be here no more. Like, people don't realize how much, and I'm not saying I've been through more than anybody else. Yeah, I'm not saying that. But there's been really dark times, in this 20 years that I've had to see things that I don't think anyone needs to be going through. Do you know what I'm saying? I could have used Arsenal to be successful. So it's crazy when people tell me, oh, you want Arsenal to be bad and you just want to ban at Arsenal. No, you get me angry because at the end of the day, if football's supposed to be escapism, you've made me more miserable, and on top of the crap I have to deal with in my day-to-day life that I have no control over. You know what I'm saying? And people don't really realize that. Like, there's loads of things, like I've spoken about my journey, but there's loads of things I missed out. In the last 2-3 years, 3 people I know have died. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure more people, you know, have gone through that as well, especially with COVID and stuff like that. Bro, you think I can't use the boost of Arsenal winning the league, or at least winning me a champion or a Europa League? I would have been happy with.
Even
you know
FA Cup. Even the FA Cup. You know what I mean? Even the FA Cup. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, like, you know, we take time out of our lives. Yeah, some people, you know, and it's not just me as fans. Yeah, sometimes don't go to birthdays. We don't go to birthdays. We don't go to certain parties. We don't go on holiday certain times following this club. All I'm asking for is do everything in your power to get over the line and show the ambition. At least. Don't tell me there's no one in the market. Don't tell me Sesko's the only striker that we can go and look at. Don't tell me that there's nobody that can't displace Odegaard. Or don't tell me there's nobody that can rival Saka. You know what I mean? For minutes. Don't tell me that there's no quality in the market. Don't tell me the bench is fixed when we're playing a bunch of kids. Like, come on, bro. Like, if this club want me to fall in love with it again, yeah, then actually be there for man when I'm going through dark things in my life. But they haven't been there when I'm going through dark things in my life. Because all those things I've mentioned, yeah, this club's still been giving me misery. Well, my mum didn't want to be here no more. This club was still not doing what it needs to do. So how is it escapism? I'm dealing with that with my mum, and then I'm coming seeing Arsenal getting slapped up by Man United. Are you mad?
Crazy.
Are you crazy? And what do you expect me to say? Oh, everything's okay.
Yeah.
Everything's okay, yeah? Like, man are crazy, like, to make it seem like, yo, this is like, you escapism. Bro, no one ain't saying that when your team's getting slapped. No one's saying that when you keep bottling the league, bro. And you've got your own demons that you're dealing with. Do you know what I'm saying? When I try to change my life, yeah, to not deal with everything, just violence and stuff like that, like, I'm looking at Arsenal. What Arsenal been pissing me off? The most productive stage of my life is when I stopped watching the games. I was only watching the highlights and I was focused on myself to become a gas engineer. Because this club was just making me miserable. So I gained happiness outside of football. Outside of football. Growing up, after 13 years old, all my most happiest times is not to do with Arsenal. That is crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. From when I'm 14, I'm 32 right now, my happiest moments from that age has not been to do with Arsenal, bro. Has not been to do with Arsenal, bro. A man are telling me it's escapism. Escapism from what?
It's mad when you put it into perspective like that, you know, because I'm just thinking, for me, it's like the last time Okay, don't get me wrong. Like the FA Cups along the way, like when they've happened, I've celebrated them. But I was 13. The last time I had like proper happy, had like tears running down the face, running around the room, jumping up and down on the sofa, like all them things there. I'm 30. I'm 33 now. You know, I could have had two 10-year-olds and still not seen another major. And you know what? Yeah, this is the side of a fan that I really wish that people that watch us on YouTube would try to, well, not just on YouTube, but on any platform, would try and at least think about in it, because I don't feel like they take it into context in it. Like you got to think, like, because I'm the same. I see Arsenal as like Arsenal should be my source of happiness. That's the only thing it should be. It should, like, when I'm things in my life aren't going the way that I want them to, I should always be able to rely on Arsenal to uplift my mood. You know, obviously it's not gonna make things better. It's not gonna fix things, but it's just not gonna make things worse. And people need to understand that, like, and especially with you, because you stream bet. Like people think I stream better, you stream better. And there's times, yeah, where like I may not say that I'm in the chat, but like I'll be there chilling and watching your match reaction. And like if it's after a loss, you can really see that, but it's not a joke. Like, do you know what I mean? Like you can really see the pain. And then when you think like, cool, obviously all the things that you've said, like obviously they're not always going to be running through your mind, but they're constants in it. Like you're probably just waiting for like that one time to like truly celebrate. And it's not like it's going to make everything better, but it's like a little bit of weight off the shoulders in it. Like there's like, I don't know, maybe you'll say prayers or whatever it is that you know you believe in. Like, yeah, there'll be people that you get me that have passed on that you'll be able to, like, you may look up to and have those comments and see we did it. Do you know what I mean? That's probably like what you're waiting for. And viewers don't see that. Viewers don't understand this part of being a fan is we just don't sit down and watch football. We deal with other things in our lives and then have to deal with Arsenal. And like, and I know you remember it, but 10-2 to Bayern is not the is not the thing that we want to be dealing with. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't help at all. So I just implore people, like, obviously I like to believe that people inside the village are pretty good at this, but just, you get me, ease off like slewing content creators, man. Like leave that to the content creators, innit? But like, because obviously content creators are always gonna war, but just allow it, man. Like spamming up in the, and do you know what, yeah, just on war, because it wasn't a war, yeah, but I'll share this with the people, yeah, people that know me at that. So basically Northside used to think I was an idiot, innit? It's okay to say this, you know. He used to think I was.
I never said that. I never said.
He said, "Raw." He's like, "Raw." Another one of these positive brothers all the time. Do you get me? He used to think I was an idiot, yeah. And then, obviously, you know, we met each other in person, yeah, and he realized, "Raw, like, Cooks is a cool guy, you know." And I was like, "Raw, I won't lie. Northside, he's a cool." I can't lie, because when I first saw it, I just thought like, "Raw, like, he's just gonna cuss me out on the spot." I can't lie. I was like, obviously, I see you walk in. I'm like, okay, let me brace myself in. He might recognize me, and then this might just start slewing man into the ground about Arsenal. But it was like, cool. You get me? He's a cool brother. And I thought, yeah, we're veterans now. Yeah, we're brothers. Yeah. Then 2-2s, yeah. Man are telling me, yo, you might have to lock into Northside Stream, you know. He's grilling you. I was like, no, swear down. And I go in, yeah, and I'll never forgive Northside for this day, yeah. Man called the mixed race Charlie Sloth. And I will never, ever in my life be able to forget that. Because, yeah, all jokes aside, this is what I mean, yeah. Like, the wit is just it's levels above, man. The comedy is just levels above, man. And the fact, yeah, that you're able to be so funny with it while being vex is, I think it's a talent in itself, and so yeah. But just, I know you probably got another clip of me waiting. I know I said something that you thought was a bit mad yesterday, yeah. But just no mixed race Charlie Slough in it, you know them right there.
Look,
But,
do you know what it is, yeah? Do you know what it is, yeah? Do you know what it is? I understand on this YouTube thing, yeah. We're dealing with different generations. Now, me and you are from a similar generation, so the way that I'm cussing, yeah, you know that you've given it to your bedrooms when their teams flop, and they've given it to you. So it's a normal thing being of our age. It doesn't mean we're gonna start throwing hands and doing all of that stuff and stuff. It's just football talk. And sometimes football talk, you get cussed. I've gone through it. I've been cussed bare times. There just wasn't a camera there to catch it. I've been finished bare times. That's where, and most of the time, yeah, it's from my own family. Do you get me? And then it's the bedroom. Do you get me?
Yeah.
So I had 2 stages of it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like a lot of people are like, oh, why has he got to make content and cussing people? It's like, bro, at the end of the day, yeah. Sometimes I make jokes. Yes, some people may not like my jokes, but at the same time, if people make jokes about me, I don't cry about it. I don't cry about it. I take it. So I take what I give out. People call me, oh, Virgil van Vape. Oh, you look like a bro. People call me a tranny before, bro. People call me a tranny, bro. Do you see me crying about? Like, these are the things, yeah. And I know that some people that I say certain things to ain't the ones that say it. But at the end of the day, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Like, I hear all the time about me being put on no context TV or stuff like that. I could just cuss him, yeah, or get on that and start bro, it's whatever. Like, it is what it is, bro. It's part of football, bro. Football's always had banter. It's always had people getting cussed out. It's always had people that rivaling and things like that. And I just think that some people these days just don't know how to take banter. They can't take the heat. And I feel like they're too sensitive. Do you know what I'm saying? Where I've seen videos about me, yeah, from last year. People cussing me, this Northside guy, he's talking, but I don't cry about it. But like I said, not everyone's gonna understand where I'm coming from, or the way that I am, or the way that my people are, because my culture is like that, bro. Your team loses, you're getting cussed out. Someone's talking crap, you're getting cussed out. You know what I'm saying? My uncle was cussing out his friend that's a sporting fan. He was cussing him. You know what I'm saying? But they're bedrooms.
Yeah.
But I understand not everyone's gonna take it like that. But I don't really care in it. Because I know that it's not anything more than that. Like, I will talk about, banter. People talk about my appearance. I talk about their, or if I don't like their opinion. The ones where I get really angry and really vicious with are the people that I believe they don't really love this club the way they claim to. I think they're using the whole social media football talk thing to gain themselves either popularity they never had in school or filling up. Now, real talk, because I'll be real, yeah. If you believe what you say, yeah, you shouldn't be looking for just people to just like, what do the masses want to hear, and I want to be liked. You understand that as a man, yeah, and as a person, everyone ain't gonna like you. Everyone ain't gonna like what you got to say the same way as me. And you got to be able to, if you're gonna put your opinion out there, to hold that. I think there's too many Arsenal fans that they want to go with the masses because they're scared. They're scared of being disliked. They're scared of telling the truth. They're scared of not making the money that they're currently making, telling lies. They're scared of not being popular because they're filling a void that they didn't have back in college. College days, no one's asking them for their football opinion. School days, no one asking them for their football opinion. Do you get me? And I feel like I can sense it, and I could tell with Babs as well. He's one of them. I can tell. You know what I'm saying? That's why I rattle him. That's why he had to jump on. I just let him expose himself because I can tell. Do you know what I'm saying? And really and truly, I don't respect you because everything you say as a fan should be 1, what you truly believe, 2, what you genuinely believe is the best for the club, not what you think gets more likes, clicks, subscribes, and things like that. Everybody wants subscribers. Everybody wants to be able to make some money if they can, but have integrity. And a lot of these people don't have integrity. And that's why they don't like me, because I'll call them out that they don't have integrity. And they don't like that. And I know they're lying through their teeth. I know they're not talking the truth. Some are. There's a few that are. Yeah, some are genuinely delusional. A lot of them, they're just doing whatever is the most popular thing to do. And I just feel like, is that a real fan? Is a real fan saying, do you know what? Arsenal need to buy a striker, but I'm going to say that Havertz is the answer because that's what's going to get me the most views. Is that putting the club first?
No.
Or is that putting your pockets first? Is that putting your channel first and your subscribers first? Yeah? You should be saying everything that you believe will make Arsenal great, regardless of what everybody else says. As a fan, your love for your club should overhaul everything. Followers on YouTube, followers on Twitter, followers on whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? But they don't. And now it's a game. Yeah, it's a game to them. Yeah, because like Bav said, he goes, it's the YouTube game. If I don't say it like this, I'm not going to get the clicks. Are you an Arsenal fan or you're a fan of clickbait? What are you a fan of? Because if you're a real fan, why are you misleading fans that are watching you that are younger and telling them that, oh, we had the bench is fixed. We don't need a striker. We've got Havertz. He's the answer. He's going to be the guy. Bro, ultimately, how are you a fan if you're putting yourself first instead of the club first? So that's why I find it amusing when people say, oh, you're not a real fan, Northside. I'm not a real fan. Why? Because I'll say my opinion whether you like it or not. That is what I truly believe is best for the club. And if I'm proven wrong, then fair enough. I'll hold my hands up.
Yeah.
But at the same time, whether I'm full-time or part-time, I will never say anything that I don't genuinely believe is not in the best interest of the football club, whether it's popular or not, because I'm an Arsenal fan. And even though this club pisses me off, I do love this football club. I just don't love what it's become. But a lot of people, you know, they think, oh, well, you know, I've made it full-time and this is and that. If that's what you, if that's what you want to live with, at least for me, every time I lay my head at night, every single day, I know that nothing I say online is anything that's a lie. And nobody that ever meets me in person is going to hear me say something that is not what I say online. And that integrity to me means the most. Do you know what I'm saying? Because at least I know the people that love me for me being honest.
Yeah.
Even if I have to be brutally honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it, bro. And that's really it, bro. Like I don't really look at it as like I just look at it as people don't like being called out for their bullshit. That's life. People don't like it. You know, people don't like being called out for their lies. And I just have no problem having an issue with anyone that wants to chat shit on this club because I've had enough of it. I've had enough of it. And I feel like they are creating a generation online that are not going to push Arsenal forward. The ramifications of what they're doing online is going to hurt this football club. Telling us that we don't need to go out there and do more in the transfer window. You can't buy a striker in Jan. We don't need a striker. The bench is fixed. Mikel Arteta is the answer. There's no one better out there than Mikel Arteta. Oh, trust the process. They're creating the next generation to be Tottenham
standard
fans.
Yeah,
to be Tottenham fans, really.
Yeah. But yeah. And that's boy, that's scary, man. Especially for someone like me that grew up around them sides and literally had to see them man all the time. Like, boy, if my club ever became Tottenham, yeah, I wouldn't have a leg to stand on. Like, there would literally be no leg to stand on, innit? But you know what? Final question from me, innit? And I feel like it ties in really well with what you just said, yeah? So, what does being a fan mean to you? And can you imagine a world without Arsenal?
Say that again. Sorry.
What does a fan mean? What does being a fan mean to you? And can you imagine a world without Arsenal?
A fan to me, yeah. A fan to me is someone that supports the crest, the club, the essence of the club above everyone, above the owners, above the manager, above the players, above everything. Everything that you do is for the football club to be successful. Past the time the owners aren't here or the manager ain't here or the players aren't here. Everything is about the club's success and is about enriching our trophy hall and our status in football as a football club for generations to see. And I feel like the best way you can do that is title winning seasons. There's a reason why Arsenal always talk about the Invincibles or O2 or winning it. The winner with the Bruce Banana that we won the league against Liverpool. I think that's what it is. And sometimes as a fan, you have to give tough love. And I think it's the same with family. Sometimes with family, you have to give tough love. Like, you can't always be so pro, everything's amazing. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like sometimes some people just can't do that. They can't give tough love. But ultimately, I don't care who's successful at Arsenal. I just care that Arsenal is successful. You know, I loved Wenger, but once he became a manager that was unable to win major honors with Arsenal, I was done with him, because that was that's what was best for the football club. And that's what I think. Like, when the day I have children, and I'm sure I'm going to love my children. If my daughter wants to be on OnlyFans, if my son wants to be selling spice, I'm not going to say I'm going to support it just because you're my child. I'm going to have to show tough love. And I'm going to have to say, listen, that ain't running in my house, you know? And it doesn't mean I love them any less. It doesn't mean I don't care for them. But I know this is detrimental to your life. And I know that this is going to affect you in the worst way. So for me, wanting the best for you, I can't say, oh, you're my son, okay, go sell spice then. I can't say anything because it's toxic and negative. I can't tell my daughter, oh, well, it's your body, do what you want on OnlyFans. Is that what? So why is it any different when it's a football club? Yeah. Why is it any different if it's a football club? You wouldn't accept your sister or your brother or your child or your daughter to be moving like that. So why is it okay to only show tough love when it's your family, but when it's your football club, you can't show tough love? You have to just back everything. You wouldn't back everything. You get me? You wouldn't even accept it from your parents, bro. If your parents said, if you're under the age of 18, your parents say, listen, we're going to go hungry for the next year. Sorry, it's the best I can do. Don't be toxic and negative. We're on phase 1 of paying the bill. You're not going to be like, oh, okay, that's all right then. Do you know what I'm saying? You're not going to, are you? So where in life, yeah, is there no tough love? Yeah. Tough love, yeah, is warranted when things are going sideways, bro. That's how it is. And if you can't call out the negative in life, cool. If your girl cheats on you, don't call it out. This is what I don't understand about this fan base. If your girl cheats on you, don't call it out. She's in phase 1. Do you know what I'm saying? She's in phase 1 of finding a new man. Don't worry about it. Don't call it out. Do you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It is what it is. If you're doing a madness, yeah, that things you're just not supposed to do, and your bedroom goes to the police station and grasps on you, you're doing 20 years now. Don't get angry. He's on phase 1. Don't call him out. It's negative. What about all the good stuff he did for you? Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense in any world, bro. It doesn't make sense to just back things ridiculously just because but my bedroom though, he bought me a KA before and he got me a kebab before. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really say anything. Even though I'm serving 20 years, it doesn't logically make sense, bro. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And these men, yeah, that want to preach this, yeah, wait till you get a woman, bro. Because I'm with my girl, yeah, we bought a yard, bro. She's always telling me what I'm not doing right, bro. Always telling me what I'm not doing right. You're not doing this and you're not doing that. Should I turn around and say, oh, how negative of you? How negative of you? Yeah? Well, I invested in a house with you. How dare you? Can't criticize me. You're negative. You're toxic and negative. You know what I'm saying? In life, you're going to face, sometimes you have to criticize things for things to get better. That's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? At work, if you're not reaching your targets, your boss say, oh, it doesn't matter. You're losing us hundreds of thousands of pounds a year. It doesn't matter. Hooks, just keep burning money away, bro. Come on, I'm not going to say anything because you had a good year last year. It's being toxic and negative. We're not going to say anything. And then when they ask Hooks, we're going to give you a P45, Hooks, and turn around. How toxic and negative? How many hours did I do in the company? Don't work like that. It don't work like that. Life doesn't work like that. But with this fan base, no, you can't say anything because it's negative. What? Are you mad? Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, bro. Nice, so this is the thing, bro. Like, if you really love something, sometimes you need tough love. Sometimes you have to put your foot down with your girl and say, yo, don't violate the thing. Like, you're disrespectful right now. Don't do that, or don't try. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. Yeah. It just is what it is. But with this football club, I don't know what it is with this football club. Maybe some of my uncles from some of my great uncles from the bush in Angola, maybe done some black magic that you're not allowed to say anything about Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? You're not allowed to say anything. And how dare you be angry? Yeah, because being upset about your club not being successful is deemed negative. It's negative. It's negative. You caring means it's negative. Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear that loud and clear, man. What a great way to end the show, man. That was funny. Those comparisons are actually hilarious. But yo,
Northside again, love for coming through. I
Big up,
appreciate it greatly, man. Just make sure people on your way out, you're liking the video. On the way out, you are jumping over to Northside's channel and subscribing to him. Make sure you're subscribing to the village. You know, we're trying to get more Shinobi up in there. And I will catch you later on. Blessings.